I told Rachel we needed to at least make one video that looked like the old-fashioned black and white monster movies that we grew up with as a kid. I spent many a Saturday with Frankenstein and Dracula, Wolfman, Creature from the Black Lagoon. It was always something fun and entertaining when you were a kid. Well, let's get after it today and see what happens. Welcome back to Arkansas Bigfoot, everybody. Great to see all of you with us today. Well, that drew up a lot of memories spent as a child watching, I don't know what it was in your part of the country, but we had on Saturday night, his name was Sammy Terry, kind of a pun off a cemetery, but he would host a monster mash every Saturday, and we would sit up until the national anthem played on the TV. Of course, we only had 2 channels, so that...
I used to catch it on matinees.
And one of the things that the old theater did in town was, I don't remember which Saturday a month it was that they did the monster movies, but we'd ride our bikes all around and collect up pop bottles and get enough money to get in there. It was 50 cents admission.
Yeah.
You could go in at 10 o'clock in the morning and watch movies all the way until 7 o'clock at night when they did their main premiere. Of course, in the summertime, there was no air conditioning anywhere that I had access to except for the movie theater. So that was a big deal to sit in there in a cool, dark theater and watch The Bride of Frankenstein. And
we didn't care if we saw it 10 times. It was cool.
No kidding. But this is the way everything looks in that nostalgic black and white horror movie spectrum. We've got some things to bring out here today, so we're gonna bring you along with us. Let's get after it. I guess in a way it's kind of like Hansel and Gretel or something. trying to avoid the sugar treat house. Sure has kind of a surreal look to it with this going on, doesn't it?
It does. Kind of interesting how different things stand out in black and white versus color.
We have kept ourselves pretty busy over the last several days. We've got a lot of stuff done that needed to take attention, and got the chicken house all fixed up and ready, and got most of the garden put out.
We've come out to bring food, but we really haven't filmed anything for, what's it been, a week?
Probably a little over a week that we've been out here with the camera. We've brought a lot of different things out for them, but wanted to bring you along today because we've got some extra things for them. And I think we'll pick this up again when we get done setting all of it up at Junior's log. We'll be right back. Alright, so with this being Easter time, we've got some extra things that we brought out here today. Some of them we have kind of held back for a little bit for this particular time, and several of the items arrived over the last week or so. But you know, I'm sitting here looking at this black and white, and it's reminding me of the first time we watched Wizard of Oz when we were a little kid.
Oh yeah.
And everything is in that, you know, kind of surreal, creepy black and white until the storm comes and drops her into the land of Oz.
And then poof.
And she wakes up and bam, she's in Munchkin Land. Well, I'll tell you what, let's just see what Munchkin Land looks like. Big difference, isn't it? All the green.
Beautiful. Spring has arrived.
Alright, so we have got Junior's log all fixed up. And we did all of this back here because this is where the little ones seem to congregate the most. They'll hang out back here with him a lot of times. And we've got some of the original Squatch poo in a bag, Junior's favorite jalapenos, some moon pies, Slim Jims, a huge can of bar mix nuts and pretzels. Got him a couple Easter eggs here. There's the other marbles that Ange had sent.
Spirals in them.
And what are those marshmallow things?
They are.
Yeah. And
marshmallow candies on a stick.
got a blue and red little football. We go down here, we've got the Peeps. Everybody loves Peeps. And there's the tambourine we've been talking about. Got some chocolate rabbits and robin eggs. So that's what we're leaving back here at Junior's little hideout.
So we have Ange, Joyce, and Marta to thank.
Alright, let's get on with the rest of it. We've also got an extra little cowbell in the bag that Joyce had sent this way, and I think her intention was for us to carry it around, and if we hear one of them ringing the other one back there, we're supposed to reply. I guess we'll see how that works out, but
Yeah.
trying to figure out a best way to carry it so it's not clanging and banging around. But
Have to stuff something in there.
all the green is coming back. Big difference from a couple weeks ago, isn't it?
Can you see up on the hill? I see one standing next to the tree. I don't know if it's Took or Lily. Can you see what I'm seeing?
Well, I'm trying to.
It's really dark. At least I think that's what I'm seeing. I could be wrong.
I don't know, but we're going to also keep our eyes kind of upward because of that weird ethereal, that weird ethereal thing that was in here the other day when we recorded.
Yeah, that was a little odd.
After they had that powwow or gathering back there in the back, it seems like this has just been Grand Central Station for a lot of things coming and going lately. A little bit of breeze, but it's really
Quiet.
yeah, I don't know if quiet was the word I was going to use. Subdued, I guess, but you can almost taste
Yeah, that's a better word.
you can almost taste an electricity to it. Kind of like putting a penny in your mouth, that metallic.
You're all lined up on this hill. Probably wondering what we were doing back by the log. Because we don't go back there all the time, so they usually know there's something special if we do. So I'm kind of watching the treetops myself.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. It's like being in an aquarium with everybody staring through the glass.
Up in this one, I can see a whole blur with my naked eye. Weird. Close, I just got goosebumps.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about in that last video when we were experimenting with the light filters and all of that stuff. It's
hard to explain.
Instead of that old horror movie, The Hills Have Eyes, the trees have eyes.
Yeah. I just saw something move over there to your left. Maybe about 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock, somewhere right up in there.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything moving right now.
I don't see it moving now, but keep a glance.
They've absolutely cleaned all that out from the other day.
Sure did.
And there's a couple lids off of the smaller nut cans that we left. It rained really hard last night, so a lot of this was washed out again.
I was watching. Looks like a foot.
Yeah.
That's Lily.
See it there.
I'm almost sure that's Lily.
Alright, we're going to set this one up and we'll be right back. Alright, so we got this one all ready to go for them. I'll give you a quick rundown of everything that's here. Got a bag there that is full of dried fruit, nuts, cheese crackers, their popcorn, great big bag of moon pies at the top, big bag of Vienna sausages, box of sugar babies. There's some tangerines, apples, and peanut butter on the inside of the tree. Down here we've got, what is that, almond butter?
That's from
And
Mardell's.
sardines.
See if they like that.
They're rocking the pantry today. Come on, guys, you know we're doing this.
Right. This foot's just like the one that was back there in the mud with the longer middle toe there.
Right there in the
Interesting.
You know, once in a while, like today, well, this is basically spring equinox, and different times of the year, like they follow more of the lunar calendar, but you know, different times will bring quite a bit of stuff out for one thing, one day. Most of the time, though, we try to even it out and spread it out instead of overloading them or overwhelming them with too much stuff at one time.
It's just it's good to keep it. It's a pretty good sized crew here, so what we're leaving even today is not as much as it might look like.
No.
Especially considering the size of a few of them. It's just a nibble or a treat.
A midnight snack or whatever.
And it's really just to kind of give some extra energy to spring, to this is their new year, and just kind of bringing it in with a sense of celebration for them, for us.
I was standing here looking at this while you were talking, and I want to point this out again for those that may have missed Yeah, it just dropped about 15 degrees
I mean,
right
somebody
here.
is walking right with us.
But we had talked about the arches and the ones that they are responsible for making. They try to use a living tree without killing it to make their arch.
And every one of these are living arches.
And you can see these right in here have all got brand new green growth. They're still alive. That one right behind it. Even that one right there has got green shoots coming up on it. Now there's several out here that are natural and dead, but the ones that they utilize are a living tree.
And I think the ones that are
this one right here,
the ones that are dead feel like they actually ground the energy to, I mean, they're already dead when they go, and kind of ground that energy for the ones that are living. Another big Y.
if I swing the camera around, everything you point at and see at.
I know. I feel like a kid in the candy shop when we come out here and there's new glyphs, new sticks, new. But again, with so many being out here, it's about every so many feet.
What was that?
I know, I heard it. I'm looking. Oh, come on.
One of the great things about this time of year when all this growth starts coming back, we do the night videos and sit out here, and they'll tend to get a lot closer than they do when it's all
Dead.
winter time and everything is barren.
You know, we were just talking about the cedar.
That's pine, that's not cedar. There was some we passed back there that we didn't point out, but they'll take the bark off of it and rub down with it, kind of like an insect repellent.
I need to ask and see what they do with that pine.
Maybe the very inside of the pulpwood or something, they may chew on it, I don't know. Because they'll split them open and core out the center of them like coring out an apple.
Yeah.
Like this arch and thing that's built here, you can see all the green shoots coming back on it now.
It's going to be remarkable when it comes full bloom. We didn't know it as much last spring as we do now, but this is the time of year it's very busy for them. They're kind of doing their own preparatory work the same way that a lot of us are. And
right.
It's really felt important to honor their space right now.
Usually right before Halloween and right around Easter time, you'll start seeing the glyphs and the structures and all of that either change or start getting built up more prevalent. I think just about everybody is fascinated with that portal tree. And you look at it, especially at night with the IR light shining on it, that is a full-on side shot Sasquatch silhouette.
But it's in the tree, it's not...
It's the way it grew. It grew that way in the tree. Or it was kind of coaxed into growing that way.
And just get the image of them carving, you know, or
energetically imprinting it into the tree.
That's exactly what I was just getting, energetic imprint. And even looking at it in the daytime, it's got its own interesting.
You know, we used to use this for a year and a half probably as a gifting spot, putting the treats and stuff right there until Anku said to leave it open.
right there on the right side of it. As I'm looking, every time we come back here, there's more and more of a face coming through it on that center. So I'm kind of wondering if they're giving two different visuals, you know.
It's a gnarly old man, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been around.
There's Mama Owl.
Yep.
This is what, about 1:30 in the afternoon?
Yeah. That's about right, you know. I'm looking at the top of that one too.
Alright guys, I know you're peeking around back there, come on. Alright, let's go ahead and get this other tree fixed up. And we have got some things to donate to the rock circle back here. Alright, we got this back tree all fixed up. While we were doing that and had the camera set down on the ground, we heard that original cowbell dangle dangle just a little bit back there. And trying to see through that brush. Well, anyway, we know at least one of them's back there peeking around. I got pretty much the same setup here at this one. The bag full of dried fruit and nuts and crackers. Big bag of moon pies and Vienna sausages. 3 cans of sardines, tangerines, a jar of peanut butter, 2 little cups of peanut butter and some apples and some popcorn. Now we had some things sent that we donated to the rock circle back here, and then some things that we brought along as well, and we're going to show this to you. Those Oregon blocks disappeared, what, about 2 weeks ago now?
2 or 3, yeah.
So, got a couple of the sweetgrass braids, and I've got 4 of the purple Easter eggs marking the 4 corners.
Mm-hmm.
Down in here, we've got some seashells that I know that they've probably not ever seen in this part of the country, so that'll be fascinating for them. And then there's some little crystals.
Let me go.
The crystals are there, Rachel. You're gonna have to put your glasses on.
I guess so.
Inside the seashells are a couple, and there's
okay.
one there.
Me needing glasses. There's one, there's one. I think there's 5. I'd said half a dozen the other day. I think there's 5.
Alright, so we're gonna leave that for them and see if we spot the Oregon blocks. If they show up anywhere out here, it's hard telling what they've done with them. I don't know. You want to ring the dinner bell and
Get stood up.
that ground gets farther and farther away every day, doesn't it?
Alright, baby. I've been feeling Lily, so we'll listen extra close during this last little bit because we might get grunts or things we haven't heard. Something just moved over here behind me.
Oh, come on, guys.
Hit it again.
Quit being grouchy.
Here.
Try it again. There he is.
I feel him running like he was back in and was running up. And I feel like Lily's just trying to get prime spot. Those boys must.
I don't know. I grew up in a house with 5 sisters. They can be pretty brutal when they want to be. Never underestimate a female.
Yeah, boys definitely outweigh the girls out here right now.
Alright guys, we're going to let them have their afternoon treats, and we'll catch you next time down the trail. Thanks.